When I step outside my door, there's an orchestra of sound waiting to be experienced. And that's what makes nature so exciting for me. When you get to that destination, there's nothing that beats just taking off your helmet and just listening. And most of the time, total silence. The snow absorbs all the sound, and it's just, that silence is so gold. I'm Ross Lara, and I make music. I've worked on music for Paul Oakenfold, for BT, for K-pop stars Shiny, Vix, Luna and Amber, and many more in many different areas of the world. I love living in Colorado because if I'm not in the studio making music, I can go climb a mountain within 5 minutes of my doorstep or go snowmobiling and bring all of that inspiration back to the studio. Snowmobiling for me just gives me a sense of freedom. We go up there, my buddies and I, we see a mountain peak and we're like, okay, I can handle it. Can my sled handle it? Does the sled have enough power? And you can just summit and explore new areas, new mountains, new terrain that you couldn't ever even think about doing before. I mean, maybe it'd take you a day to go up there on snowshoes, but now with a powerful sled underneath your legs, it's just so cool and so fun to go exploring. Years ago, I knew I wanted to have my own company. It was going to be a music company, of course. But I was just trying to think, how could it be different? How could this be unique? And it was a trip to the Galapagos Islands where I was hanging out with a sea otter right next to me. And then right before that, I was swimming with hammerhead sharks. And of course, I was just in a gold mine of recording all these sounds like sea lion growls that have become bass lines in music. And it just dawned on me then in the Galapagos, I was thinking, okay, I need to fuse and marry these worlds together. The company name, Archipelago Entertainment, and Archipelago is a series of islands surrounded by water. So it was really that location of the Galapagos that inspired this chapter in my life that I've been in for 4 years, and really putting an emphasis on using nature sounds and pop music for artists and companies all over the world. I just absolutely love the outdoors. I love exploring. And I love making music. So it was just a no-brainer to me that I had to find a way to marry those two worlds together. When I go out, I bring handheld recorders, I bring a laptop, I record those sounds, and then I just have a field day in the studio, manipulating and doing musical sound design to fit those sources of sound into what I'm working on. So to create a nice atmosphere in the intro of this, I dragged the shovel across a piece of wood with snow on it and created this really nice granular texture. I'm gonna make this a nice bright piece. Let's try a smooth room. I'm gonna add a tremolo, apply a Wurlitzer shape to this. So just adding movement to that. Now I wanna maybe use a flanger or a chorus of some kind to add additional modulation. I like that. So I want to add a riser to anticipate this first verse. I have this great recording of my snowmobile coming towards the microphone. So there's going to be a natural distance and proximity. I'm going to put this in a space. Let's try the starlight. I want to add a phaser. I'm going to use Phase Mistress. Oh, I like that. And now I also want to add another reverse instrument that has some low end to it, maybe like a door thump or something like that. So I'm going to create a new track here. This door slam is going to be great. There's a fantastic thump. So I'm going to add some distortion to this, use overdrive. Let's just draw in an automation so the top end grit of that door slam can come in. We have shovels rubbing against wood and ice, a snowmobile, and then a door slamming. And that's what we have. Let's listen to it one more time. What's really nice about the water in this is that we're gonna have a nice natural movement to this sample. And the beauty about this is you cannot replicate it. I wanna put this in a big hall and let's try a big empty stadium. So now it's tucked in the back, it's not so in our face. All right, so now I'm gonna pull up a phaser. Oh man. Okay, so that's great. Now I'm gonna go here to sine vibes. There's this plugin called inertia, and I'm just gonna draw in these waveforms here. It's like almost like a step sequencer in a way. This is gonna add even more movement to this sound. So I can change the wave. Yes. That's a river. Here is the original river recording. And here's with all kinds of effects, reverb, a phaser, the list goes on. And through every single piece, every single second, every millisecond, there's just a unique movement within that original source. So you can feel the difference. And that's the main thing with all this, is that you can feel it. If I see something, my mind automatically starts thinking, okay, is this going to produce a sound? It's very easy to find percussive elements. But also, really important to me is finding sounds that have tonal elements, that have pitch. Everything will create a sound. I want to get some percussion moving in this verse a bit. When the kick drum comes in, I want to add a little something here. So let's just check out some nature sounds here. Oh, sticks. Awesome. Oh, and then just listen to this though. Oh, I love that. Let's use that too. So let's get rid of all the excess stuff and let's bring it back to the top of the verse and let's just start putting things together. So let's just drag this one over, just kind of randomize it a little bit. Okay, I don't want everything to be just right on grid. So at random, I'll just choose random hits. Just nudge that over a little bit to the left, maybe these two guys a little bit to the right. I'll load up a select-based processing feature here and just tune this down a half step just to give some variation. So if I put the vocal in now, I think this will complement it nicely.
'Cause you were begging me to notice, and I was too afraid to lay.
I use the Snowmobile engine sound or any other motor sound in general for bass lines. Particularly in some dubstep or future bass for more of an electronic based song, I'll import bass recordings into Melodyne, put it to the notes that I want it, and then use just different types of distortion to really amplify it and get the harmonics out of those recordings, chop it up, and you have a new bass line. In this last chorus, I take out a lot of the musical components and percussion to create just a pause and a little bit of silence where you just kind of hear a kick, right? I think a Snowmobile engine doing something right there in that half bar would sound really cool. So let's just put this guy in, see how it sounds just dry. So I'm gonna take out just a little bit of the sub bass frequencies. Just go to bit crusher. I'm gonna remove the modulation out of this. Give us some variety. Maybe push that one a little bit. I'm gonna use that first note. I'm gonna delete the second note, but then take that time expansion and use that as something cool. Maybe go like that. That's a snowmobile. We started with a sample of a Ski-Doo 850cc engine. And we churned it into a complementary bass line to the track. I love that. This is my favorite part right here. Oh, I just love that. That's so fun. That's a snowmobile.
You are the light beyond the lens, and I'm the camera. Frozen time, we're wrapped in disaster. I'm every little memory you make before it's gone. I close my eyes and I try to capture.
Being able to channel your other lines of passions and your other interests, your other hobbies, gives a fantastic dynamic to just having a multi-dimensional life and having a nice professional, creative career, and also having the healthiest version of yourself.
If you could close your eyes right now and pretend you're out there, what is your favorite part of being out there?
My favorite part about being in the outdoors is just the sense of freedom. When I'm snowmobiling or biking, whatever, there's nothing else that is going through my head. Just focusing on the trail and where I'm going and seeing something off in the distance, like saying, okay, I'm getting there. And so my mind is not thinking about business, relationships, the news, anything. It's just me and Mother Nature. And that's what's freeing about it.
You are the light beyond the lens, and I'm the camera. Frozen time, we're wrapped in disaster. I'm every little memory you make before it's gone.
I'm Ross Lara, and I make music.